Do you ever get to a point where you're just not sure what to even say anymore about something? You know, you have a situation and you're not even sure what to do or what to say because you're just so overwhelmed with the amount of crap that's associated with that situation. Well, that's kind of like the way I'm feeling right now about this whole situation with America. You know, our blessed, beloved America. Okay? It's been around. We've had this capital system for all this time. Hasn't had any issues. We've had our ups and downs. We've made our mistakes. We've been attacked. We've come back. We've had to go to war in the past. We've come out of it. We've gone through depression. We came out of it. You know, and I'm not a big history buff, and I don't know a whole lot about history, but I'll tell you, from what I'm seeing now and the amount of stuff going on with this country, we're heading down a really, really dangerous path. And Barack Obama and the Democrats having their majority and feeling like they have a mandate are doing things with this country that, maybe I gotta talk to my grandma. She's like 96, and I'll ask her if it was this bad then. You know, but I mean, even as the economy hints to be starting to turn around and things kind of just, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. There seems to be this anxiousness, oh, everything's going to fall apart, and there's this, it's ridiculous, the amount of steps that are being taken, and it was Barack Obama who actually said that, you don't ever let a crisis pass by because a crisis is a good opportunity to get things done, because they use fear in order to get things passed. Okay? A lot of critics of the war in Iraq and 9/11, the stuff that, after 9/11 had said same thing about the Bush administration, that it was fear that led to, a lot of the things that got passed, a lot of different laws. But right now, you've got the amount of money that this country is going into debt is unprecedented. Never have we been in this much debt before. And it continues to be more and more. Timothy Geithner came out today and said that he may need another $1 trillion for the banks. And then, now, and they're talking about another bailout, another stimulus package on top of the one we already had. We're talking over $2 trillion already. It's incredible. And what's really amazing about all this is the amount of corrupt nominees that are connected to Barack Obama. I mean, the amount of corrupt people that Obama hangs around with. And no one wanted to listen to it. No one wanted to listen to me and all the voices out there when they were saying, be careful of Barack Obama. He's hung around criminals. He's hung around really, really, really far left radical people like William Ayers, who we'll talk about in a little bit. And he's been involved with Acorn and all the other, Fannie and Freddie, all the stuff that led to the mortgage crisis. Barack Obama's been in the middle of all that, but no one cared. Everyone just wanted hope and change, hope and change. And it starts off, look, we got New Mexico's Democratic Governor, Bill Richardson. And he was nominated for the Commerce Department Secretary. He withdrew on January 4th after it came out that he was the subject of a grand jury investigation for peddling, because he awarded $1.5 million state contract to political contributors. How did it? What, Obama didn't know that? The vetting process didn't turn that up? Right. I think he was trying to turn the other eye, and hopefully America wouldn't look and see what was going on. Then former South Dakota Democratic Senator Tom Daschle was nominated for Health and Human Services. Okay, he withdrew on February 3rd because he admitted that he failed to pay more than $100,000 in taxes on a car and a driver provided to him by a friend, and on consulting fees after he left the Senate. Nancy Killefer, former Assistant Secretary for the Management of and the Chief Financial Officer for the Treasury Department during the Clinton administration. She was nominated for Deputy Director, I think for the Office of Budget and Chief Performance or something or another. And she backed out. She withdrew on February 3rd because it turned out she had a lien against her home for failure to pay unemployment tax for household help. Whoops. Okay, there are people that do that. It's not right, but come on. She acted like she didn't. Hello. Then you had TurboTax Timothy Geithner over there. How much stuff did, him? Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's see. He was nominated and confirmed on February 24th for the Treasury Secretary. This is the guy that wants all this money, is spending all this money on America. Geithner failed to pay $34,000 in self-employment taxes, while he was working at the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, from 2001 to 2004. Yet it was still confirmed because Democrats said his position was too important to be left unfilled. Whoa, wait, what are you talking about? You know? And then I have Hilda Solis. Remember, she was nominated for Labor Secretary. She was confirmed on February 11th, even though her husband had liens against his business going back for 16 years. And then he turned around and paid the leftover $6,400 the day before her confirmation hearing. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice if the average American could pretend to have nothing to do with their spouse's finances, you know? So she got out. You know, Judd Gregg backed out. Okay? Kansas Democratic Governor Kathleen Sebelius. She was nominated on March 2nd as Obama's second choice for Secretary of Health and Human Services. Now, okay, so far as no back tax problem has emerged, you know, but she does have one of the most extreme partisan positions on abortion than any politician in the country. You know, I mean, she's far left radical. I mean, it's crazy. And then Jane Garvey, Obama's top choice for Deputy Secretary for Transportation, she dropped out on March 3rd. She said for financial reasons. Yeah, okay. I mean, how? I mean, is this incredible? How? You know, come on. Oh, and then you had former Dallas Democratic Mayor Ron Kirk. He was nominated for trade representative. Turns out he failed to pay $10,000 in back taxes for speaking fees over 3 years. And he did face Senate questioning on March 9th over it. You know? I mean, this is crazy. All of these people, I mean, everybody he's trying to appoint, they all got these criminal ties to them. They're all breaking the law. If me and you didn't pay our taxes, we'd be in major trouble. But all these people are getting elected to positions in the government right next to Barack Obama. He doesn't seem to care. And then, for crying out loud, Barney freaking Frank, chairman of the U.S. House of Representatives Financial Services Committee, now he's responsible for the oversight of the U.S. mortgage markets, okay, administered by the government-created entities, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. Turns out Barney's partner and lover, Herb Moses, was a senior executive at Fannie Mae for many, many, many years. Frank met Moses back in 1987, the same year he became the first openly gay member of Congress. You know, and he'd always, you know, introduce this guy as his lover, as his friend. You know, and here's the thing about that. The Republicans tried to institute reform. They tried to institute reform on the mortgage, and Barney Frank was one of the main people that blocked it. They wouldn't allow regulations and reform to happen at Fannie and Freddie, which could have prevented this whole economic nightmare to begin with. But Barney Frank was blocking it. His lover, for crying out loud, was a senior. I mean, can you believe that? A senior executive for Fannie Mae. Of course, Frank was going to block it. They're making tons of money off of it. You know. Then you got Charlie Rangel, for crying out loud. You know, $75,000 he didn't pay in rental home income from his luxury beachfront, you know, house in the Caribbean. Keeps making different excuses for it. And now there's this talk of this Lost. No, not this Lost. Not the TV show Lost. But the Law of the Sea Treaty coming back up. Barack Obama wants to ratify it and get it passed. Look that up. That's a UN-sponsored treaty that would give the United Nations control over the waters right off of our coast. And different ports all the way up the Mississippi River and around. It's going to give them, the United Nations, the ability to be in our waters, our sovereign waters off of our coast. The United Nations could be patrolling over there. What are you talking? What are you doing? I mean, they're putting this country in major, major debt, more than we could ever pay back. He's surrounded by corrupt politicians. But America, what did you do? You voted Barack Obama, and you kept all the Democrats in. All these corrupt people. Chris Dodd, man, look at the stuff he's got going on. Nancy Pelosi, come on. It wasn't reported on the news a whole lot, but, you know, they got one of the lowest approval ratings that this Congress does. But you guys, you got to vote them out. Vote them out. 2010, Senate elections, midterm elections. Vote these people out and save America. May God continue to bless us. I can't believe some of the crap that I see. It's incredible. You know, if you go on any of the messenger systems, MSN Messenger, Yahoo Messenger, you know, all those different things, the little things, little link at the bottom. It says Obama passed the stimulus. I got my $12,000 check. Get yours. Well, what are you talking about? It's still greed. They're trying to dupe people into thinking they're going to get free money. It's all about blinding people and fooling people. Well, wake up, America. Wake up. Look what is happening to this country. You've got to wake up and do something about it. You've got to stand up and stop thinking about yourself. Stop thinking about just you. Think about this country. This country's been good to you. It's been good to me. Start thinking about the country. We got to get these people out of office, and we've got to get the Republican Party back in there. Give the Republicans a chance, the conservatives a chance to turn this around and stop this train before it wrecks and before we lose all of God's blessing on this country. Thanks for listening.